Alrighty. I'm streaming now. Can you guys hear me? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, you sound balanced, bro.
Yeah, I'm hearing it from both ends.
You're balanced.
Thank you so much for the fix, Connor. God damn this shit. All right, real fast, everybody in the chat. All right, let's just some quick quote pro news. Hi there, everybody. I'm in Los Angeles right now. I'm currently at the domicile of Xander and Bosco, two lovely friends of TFS who've been very kind to us. You may know them as voice actors who are in really professional things. You'll notice there's no bit cup. You will notice there's no cool Borky effect. I am sorry those are not installed on my laptop OBS. I do apologize. I tried to get everything done in time. It's been kind of a stressful day and a lot of really expensive cab fares. So I'm here though. We got the stream up and running. And Xander is in the Xander modus? Yes. You're actually hearing me on his laptop right now. Not his laptop, sorry. You're hearing me on his microphone. So I figured I'd bring it up. Next week, there will not be an episode of The Unexpectables on Wednesday. I don't think there will be until the following Wednesday. Unfortunately, due to a lot of constraints, and I'm flying at the exact time the stream is supposed to go live. So I do apologize in advance that there will be a week off. I am sorry, guys. There's gonna be 1 week. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying here, man. I brought my laptop.
Hey. It happens. We're in the middle of con season.
I'm sorry. I didn't made for any of it. The Jag, thank you for there's so many great subscriptions coming in here, but we don't have all the bells and whistles.
It's okay. It's okay, dude. I may end up putting a hold on the week before that because I'll be moving down to Texas and I might not have internet at the time. So that'll be like either a that'll be a rescheduled day most likely.
That one we'll reschedule because we can't take 2 weeks off. But it's just like we'll try our best to see what happens. We will keep everyone informed. Please check the Unexpectables Twitter as well as Team 4-Star will tweet it out too. I'll talk to Star about maybe working on a post as well, just something we can throw up below the actual chat screen to just notify everybody on what it is. And yeah, again, I do apologize for any of the inconveniences this is causing the viewership. We're really happy that you guys are sticking around here. Just curious how many people we have in the chat right now.
731.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, there's so many fucking people. All right,
Dude, you need to take some breaths. It's gonna be okay. People are here for us, not the technical.
In the infamous words of Mr. Iwata, please understand.
Well, I'm not going to say please because then I don't say please. I say thank you.
Pooty.
So we will keep you guys informed with everything. I will be at AX this weekend here in Los Angeles, throwing t-shirts at your face. And I think that's pretty much it. Nothing much else really to write home about. What the fuck was that noise?
That was me. I moved.
Just moving. Okay.
Mayhaps we tell the pizzeria incident before we get started.
What pizzeria incident?
Me and Gaijin have a pizzeria.
Oh,
incident.
okay. So
it's very fast.
Okay.
So basically, we were at this pizzeria because it was the only freaking place open. We order 2 pies, and I pull out my card and I pay for it. And Zito's like, "Oh, you didn't have to do that." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna pay for this meal, or you're not getting the whistle."
And I said, "I can't fucking believe that you're holding a piece of fictional fucking material and it's used as proper collateral."
So can we just, like, in character, by saving time, I'm gonna pass off the whistle, but will you owe me a favor?
Dude, fuck you.
Oh, come on. No, I know you two don't care for each other, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
so I officially passed the whistle off to him, because I can't use it anyway.
We may continue.
So,
sorry.
Task, you have the whistle now. You have control over the dragon-esque creature that you received last session.
You should ride it like a horse. Ride
It's not rideable, sadly.
What? Oh, anything is if you put your mind to it.
All right, you guys ready to take this off?
Heck
I
yeah.
mean,
All right.
All right.
When last we left our heroes, Task the Cobalt Ranger, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, Borky the Orc Barbarian, and Panic the Tiefling Bard, the party was tasked with pursuing a large unnatural thief who had been ransacking the western regions of Alavast, cleaving off the heads of heroes and stealing ancient heirlooms, and worst of all, kidnapping the daughter of a village leader. The party's travels have taken them through the forests of Alavast, and after making friends in Everbright, the party found a new foe in a group of dragon cultists who took over the peaceful farming village of Dragon's Take. After slaying the cultist leader and looting from him a magical whistle that controls a drake, the party met with a villager named Meredith, who shared with them an ancient tapestry of the giant creature that they are pursuing. The name Ronfault now rings in our adventurer's ears, as his march of chaos has led the party to the edge of the Briar's Glen. So the party travels on, their quarry's name in their mind, nervousness in their hearts, and a warning of yellow eyes in the woods.
Quick question. Do we get a full night's rest so we have our HP restored?
Yes, you guys fully heal.
Yes.
You guys are level 1, so let you fully heal. In fact, that night you guys speak to Meredith. You look at the tapestry. And she and the rest of the villagers actually leave that night. They decide they don't want to stay without having the village leader there with them. So they decide to head towards Everbright to get to safety. Meredith happily lets you guys sleep in the house. And she doesn't give you a key because all the houses are actually unlocked because it's such a secluded region. So she gives you guys, between the villagers, they give you all about 5 blankets, and they give you guys some provisions. So everybody add 2 rations to your inventory.
Dope.
Yeah. They wanted to thank you. They don't have very much, but they wanted to thank you. And they all set out as kind of a caravan of people.
Kind enough to give us health potions?
They don't have wizards there.
Fuck!
So, yeah.
That's all right. I got a stick.
Oh, that's
You
right.
got a
Your
stick,
heal
yeah.
stick. That can heal once.
Wait, class. It's morning?
It is morning now, yeah.
It's
As you guys wake up.
To get okay. It's time to get porky.
In the far distance, you can hear the scattering of birds in the trees.
Oh my god.
As you guys open the front door of Meredith's little house, you're met with a extremely still day. No wind. It's hot and it's humid.
Can Borky be doing squats with a wagon on his shoulders?
Roll
Can you lift a wagon?
Roll a strength check with disadvantage.
Oh.
Well, I didn't say how big the wagon was. Like, it's like
I determine how big the wagon is, buddy.
well, like,
Go ahead.
let me just get my character up here 1 second.
Oh boy.
This is what your deck has wrought.
Where's Borky? 1 second. Sorry, I'm using a touchpad, so this is really going to be a rough session.
Oh
for me.
boy.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, Nadine. It's going to be. All right, here we go. So let's strength.
Hank is watching.
So
with great
okay. So here's the thing that now I see there's like my strength stat, and then there's like the strength, dexterity.
You click your strength stat. You don't click the saving throw. So where you have your modifier. Oh, that's a natural one with disadvantage.
No!
You walk over to a cart which probably fits about 12 people in it, given that this is a town that is a farming community and thus has to carry a lot of food out at once. The horse is still dead on the ground in front of this cart, and flies are all over it, and it's still oozing out of the mouth, and it's got like big sections of it carved out where the cultists were kind of gathering food. You go over to grab the cart, and you just both your hands, and you go to lift, and then you feel your back. Something in your back is pulled.
This is getting meta now because there actually is a problem with my back right now.
So you now just see Taz looking out the window from the upstairs room they were just sleeping in and smile slowly.
This morning just went from good to great.
Yes.
You're all idiots.
Yes, it did.
You take no damage, but the emotional damage is.
It's there.
Oh, you'll
there.
never get that. You'll never get that back. That's permanent.
I assume you're going into the woods, Greckles.
Yeah.
Because that's yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of how still the air is, hiding your movement is extremely tricky. You make your way towards the edge of the Briar's Glen, and as you go into the bushes and trees, even the rest of the party, you guys notice where Greckles is moving, just because nothing else is.
Is what?
Nothing else is. So like you're stealthing and you're in the bushes, you're moving things around. No matter how careful you are, just because everything else is just so still. There's no wind. It's just the heat of the sun and the humidity in the air from yesterday's rain.
All right, so let's see. Well, we're gonna have to venture into very dangerous territory. So, is there anything else someone needs to do or needs to prep for before we head out?
Okay, if I lie down, will you massage me back? I think I tweaked it a little bit.
Anyone besides him?
Oh, it's really bad. I can't even move my left side properly. Hold on.
I just like the idea of Tass taking out a fucking like one of his arrows and acupuncturing him in the back better. Oh, that's very therapeutic. It totally was for me as well.
What would the check be for that, by the way?
Medicine.
Hold
That'd be
All
medicine.
right, I'll hop back out because I know that that's not gonna help anyway. But
I believe.
I need to do my stretches, I think. You
know what? It's not a very bad injury, and I use finger quotations. You manage to kind of just hit him hard in the back, and it fixes it.
Oh!
just one good punch.
Oh!
Give him a bird punch.
Oh! Oh! Hold on, one more, Grex. One more. Ah! Ah!
Oh man, I can't do an unarmed attack and click on it, can I?
No. You would roll a 1d2, which would be a 1d4, and then apply your strength modifier, I believe, is an unarmed strike. I could have that completely wrong, but I don't do unarmed strike too often, so.
No, it's fine.
I don't know a monk, so.
I just punch him in the back and angrily walk away.
All right. So as you guys set out to the edge of the woods, there's no path, there's no trail. It is thick brush, ferns, vines, large shrubs, blackberry bushes, thorn bushes, and large trees.
All right, I'm gonna take out the map and do my best to at least mark from where we are now to off the beaten road.
Okay.
Would that be survival or would that
would be survival.
I'm gonna hop
Not bad.
back in the meantime.
Okay. Nice. You decide to find your ninja roots, and instead of in the bushes and shrubs, you are hopping tree to tree.
Oh, nice. Do I need to make some
The
acrobatics checks?
trees are so clustered together. I'm gonna say no.
I have a
like
quick
this
question.
is a very wooded area.
Are Grekel's arms behind him as he's running forward?
I
Heck
hope
yeah.
so.
Of course.
Good.
Task,
Sure.
you're able to crudely with a piece of charcoal that you got from the village. I mean, it's everywhere. You manage to keep pace. You're actually using a lot of your soldier training to kind of keep an eye on the sky wherever you get a break in the trees to know where your position is. As you guys are walking, probably about 3 hours now, it is hot. It is humid. Anyone who's wearing a shirt, you're gonna wish that you weren't. You are currently in soup right now. It is so hot.
Borky takes off his shirt.
Borky.
Oh God.
Borky takes the magical water
Takes off
sword
his skin.
and just slowly, like just on the blunt end of it, just slowly rubs the sweat off his chest.
Meanwhile, there's fucking Task roosted on a boulder.
Bunch of idiots.
It sure is moist out
Alright.
here.
How are
Do
you
I-
not baking right now?
While they're talking, I'm looking.
As you look, you see yellow eyes staring right at you. As you jump to your next tree, you stop and you look up and you see an owl. And it was looking at Panic, Borky, and Task, and it suddenly turns and looks at you and then takes off into the air silently.
Can I attempt to dart it?
Go ahead.
It's probably small though, so.
Yeah, it's pretty pretty small. I actually don't know if I have owl up right now. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, let me get my cheat dice out. We'll be good.
No.
That's actually a thing. I bought cheat dice in too many games.
That hits.
Nice.
Roll damage on that.
Bam.
Damn.
Nice.
I just closed the book because I'm a dumb person. Give me 1 second here. Oh yeah. As you guys watch as suddenly you hear and you see Greckles as this dart hits this owl, suddenly a large form falls from where they were flying and then crash down into the foliage below. You hear twigs snap and break, and you hear the rustling of bushes and trees and leaves. All of you also hear this, about probably 40 feet in front of you, in the depths of the woods.
What?
So there's other. Is it just the rustling of the thing that I just hit, or is it all over us?
No, it fell and then you heard it crash to the ground. The rustling of the trees and the snapping of twigs as it crashed onto the ground.
Pull out bow. Let's do this.
What the hell is that?
It's a spy.
All right.
What?
A spy.
For who?
What's that?
It's the yellow eyes. Don't let your guard down.
Forky scrambles and grabs his axe.
All right. As you guys approach.
May want to lower the music a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
You guys approach the form.
Yep.
I'm staying in the trees.
As you guys approach the form, you see it's about human-sized, wearing a long, almost robe, and rising up, pulling the dart from their chest, like just like pulling it out and throwing it into the bushes. You see a rather lithe, elven female with pure white hair bellowing down her back, almost touching the forest floor, and her eyes are pearlescent, almost white. And she sort of has this weird sort of position, and she stops, wielding a large wooden staff with ivy growing and dangling down the front of it.
Pinnock raises his hand up, and he says, "We mean you no harm. Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I ready in action to dart her again if she tries anything.
Do you understand me?
She takes a step back from you.
Shit.
Hope someone speaks Elven.
Yeah, because I don't.
Maybe it's a giant
I used my scroll of comprehend language actually, so I can't do that.
You guys can try charisma checks, just like for body language to ease the tension.
I'm going to sort of lower my guard and make myself look not vulnerable, but not hostile.
Okay. You watch as this live elven figure. She's still intimidated. She's not. She's very suspicious about you. And she lifts up her hand, and I want everybody to make a strength saving throw.
Fuck.
Son of a bitch.
Except for Greckles, you're still in the tree, right?
That is correct. I had
Yeah,
a ready
you don't-
action.
You don't have to make one.
I have to make a strength saving throw? Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Am I still hidden from her?
No, she knows you're there, but she's dealing with people on the ground at the moment.
Yeah, I did it.
Can I reattempt stealth to try and get away from her?
Yes, you can, because she's currently distracted at the moment.
Oosh.
Nice. Let's see if she even notices you. That's the question.
Yeah.
Nope, she doesn't see you. Task and Panic, as you're standing there and she lifts up your hand, you feel the plants entangle around you and trap you in place. You are restrained at the moment.
Motherfucker.
And then Borky, you, as the plants kind of begin to wind around your arms, you just flex your muscles and then throw them off of you. The lithe figure then transforms into a giant eagle and begins to fly off. Greckles, you can make your attack.
Oh god, I don't know if I want to. I'm actually going to not attack.
Okay.
But I want to watch. I want to watch to see which direction she's going. If I need to make checks.
Okay. She turns into a large, pure white eagle, and sets out into the air, heading westward. And out of sight. After a short while, the plants just go back to their natural order. You are no longer restrained.
Fucking god damn it.
I'll hop back down to reconvene with the others. Well, gentlemen, those were our yellow eyes.
It didn't look
Elves.
yellow to me.
You did
That's
notice
what I
looking
saw.
at this figure is she did have like yellowish pearlescent kind of eyes to her.
They look
And as
yellow
an
to me.
eagle, they were quite yellow as well, and as an owl even more so.
Well, you didn't happen to see which way she flew away.
She flew west, and I assume that's the direction we need to go to get some answers.
Yeah, which will be even more nice to explain when none of us speak Elven and the woman's going back with a knife wound in her chest.
Does anyone speak eagle?
Oh,
Crackles,
Porky.
do you speak eagle?
That is actually a fair question.
What?
Do you
What?
Y'all are,
You,
you're all a bunch of racists.
That's
No,
I just
it-
jump back
I
in stealth.
disagree, I
How is that
disagree.
racist?
I
You are a
disagree.
bird? I assume
No,
you speak
I'm
the
gone.
language of birds.
I don't
I'm
like.
gone.
I don't
How-
like
how
being
does that-
labeled.
How does that help Panic?
As you guys are discussing, Greckles is already back to Naruto style, like walking like a squirrel on the trees.
Hell yeah. I would like to take, like, if there's a way to take my time to watch for traps, for more eyes, things of that nature, just let me know what rolls I would need to make. I'm just being very cautious right now.
I'm gonna say as you guys continue traveling for the rest of the day, everybody roll perception checks.
Oh my
Ooh,
fucking
ooh.
lord.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where's
There it is.
perception? Where's
Oh boy.
Oh lord.
perception?
Panic, you keep getting hit with branches. You're walking behind Borky, and Borky's like pushing the branches, and then he like keeps moving forward and just hit you in the face. Oh wow. Borky, as you're traveling, you guys make your way through a small creek, and you notice in the far distance a deer lifts up its head from drinking, flicks two of its ears, and then takes off bounding into the woods.
Oh, it's beautiful. Nature's a beautiful thing. I'm,
Task.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill it if I see it again.
Task, as you're traveling, you notice a couple of foxes in the far distance moving around, as well as lots of birds, lots of different animals, raccoons and opossums, and all kinds of different natures of beasts. This is probably the most you've seen in an area before in your travels. Like, the absurd amount of animals here is actually rather impressive. But upon seeing all you, they scatter. And as you guys travel deeper and deeper into the thick of the woods, very soon you are taken by nightfall and are found in dusk brightness.
all right. So once again, we're gonna have to take watch because not only did we see a lot of animals, but now I'm actually legit scared that most of those animals were actually elves.
I don't blame you there.
Who's gonna take the first watch?
How dark is it right now?
It's dusk, so there's a little bit of light. It's a very blue overtoned sky at the moment.
Let Panic take first watch because we wait no Greckle should because you don't have dark vision, yeah?
Well, that's the thing, is that are we gonna have more time now or at last shift?
Borky should
I just don't know how the
deepest
time's gonna
darkest
work.
because he has orc sight, which allows him to see into the dark.
All you can see in the dark except me. I'm
No.
literally the only one.
That's actually a legit good question.
Yeah, but you-
but then again, here's the thing: is that the canopy's above us. We don't know if the sun's gonna come sooner or leave sooner.
Is there enough room in the canopy where I could actually bed down comfortably?
A silly question.
No.
By
Okay.
the way, the dragon drake that's been walking with us too.
Yep.
Yep.
Can it also take watch?
I guess it could with a command from the whistle.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh, okay. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. We don't know what it can do, like specifically, but that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, let's find out.
Because it doesn't need to, like, it hasn't need to eat or anything through all of this, has it?
Excuse
no.
me.
It stopped.
Oh,
It stopped to drink in the creek when you guys stopped to refill your water skins. So it does sort of idle itself a little bit.
all right. Well,
I hear a wolf. There's a
I'll
wolf
let
in
this.
the woods.
God damn it! I'll let this. I'll let this thing take watch with me then, I guess.
Okay.
So I'll take the darkest. At the most darkest watch then.
And I guess I'll take daybreak because it's gonna be the only time I'm gonna see.
Okay.
I guess I'll take watch after task.
Oh, I guess I'm.
All right, Bork, you're up first.
All right, good night, everybody. I'll take watch first. I've got my axe to shine. Got some deer I want to hunt tomorrow if they're slow.
All right. Borky, I'm going to need you to make a perception check for your watch.
But I already rolled a really nice perception roll. Can't that just be my perception roll forever?
No.
Roll again, big boy.
Nice.
Hours have passed.
Ooh.
Not bad. As you're sitting and you're watching, you see 2 or 3 owls, tons of bats, and a few night creatures kind of make their way through the camp, stop, look at you, and then just kind of make their way out. Your watch ends without any sort of problem.
Okay.
You wake up, Task, I assume?
I literally pick Task up and stand him up.
Your shift.
Borky flops down to his bed. Asleep already.
And you didn't bother to tell him what you saw?
Oh yeah, there were some owls.
Good report. Task, go
and
ahead.
bats.
Wait. A woman just became an owl, and that's all you have to fucking say?
Yeah, there was like 3 of them or whatever. I don't know, they just looked at me.
That's important.
Well, I mean, they weren't bothering nobody. And there's no...
Tarisk, wake up! It's
there-
our watch.
There's no meat on owls.
The
Go
guard
to-
Drake
Go to sleep.
sits. The guard Drake patrols around the circle of the camp. Like a machine. It goes, it stops, stands up, does another circle, sits down, gets up, just continues throughout the your watch. I want you to roll a perception check.
Very well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's night. It's boring. You see like hedgehogs kind of hobble through the camp. There's like a mama hedgehog and 2 little baby ones, but
cute are the babies?
they're
You're
really cute.
asleep!
This is me out of character.
Oh yeah, we all know you're lucking hedgehogs, buddy.
They make their way through camp. Other than that, no issue with your watch.
All right, I don't like at least some kind of like acknowledgement. Just looks to Tarisk and asks if anything of note happened in any direction.
The guard drake looks at you, gives no real clear response, and then kind of lies down, front claws crossed.
Fair enough. Panic, wake up.
The
Your turn. Nothing to report.
shift already.
Yep.
All right. Well, Panic sits up and he's got his guitar and
Oh, I
his
could
slap.
Borky
No.
says in his sleep,
I could totally lift a wagon. Totally do it.
Tarisk, go
As-
sit on him.
The drake goes and lays next to Borky.
Borky
No, on
cuddle.
top of him. Fuck you.
Borky cuddles with it.
Oh, I missed you too.
You're as it's grabbed and currently is being hugged.
And Task leans into Tarisk and just goes, "Do you see that? That's why we hate him."
Task, why you're so much warmer than I thought you'd be.
Panic, as you're sitting there and strumming the guitar, you hear the rustling of grass And it's like, wow, that's really nice sound to hear. You're strumming on your guitar, hear more rustling of grass. Then you realize, wait, there's no wind today.
I nudge Task, and I nudge everyone I can nudge.
Before you can even nudge them, as you turn and look, you see and you hear through the grass as you see Borky, Task, and Greckles currently at the moment, like floating on their backs, still sleeping, slowly moving eastward.
What the fuck?
Now's a good time to yell really loud.
Yes.
I just yell, "Wake up!"
Ah!
As you yell this, Panic, thousands upon thousands of field mice scatter from under each of your companions into the woods.
What? They were conveying my cohorts into the woods on
Even
mice.
Borky doesn't wake up. He's still asleep.
They all scatter into the fields. You see all the grass around rustling. You also check your bags, and some of them are open.
I check to see if anything's gone.
As you check to see, you find that the scroll of Speak with Dead is gone.
No!
Fuck.
Also,
I
who
assume we're
had
all awake.
who had Colette's doll?
Colette's gone.
Peyton gave, I believe, if I recall, I had it on my notes. I may have not gotten it, but Peyton Black gave you guys the doll that belonged to Colette in case you find her.
I don't have it written down.
That was
Yeah,
no.
I
I
might have had that.
I actually believe. Let's see here. Oh, that was me. I had item of
that?
importance for a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You that's gone as well.
I guess we're all just gonna check our stuff to make sure
There's-
it's all there.
Borky wakes up. Does,
You guys-
does Borky have his macaroons?
Yes, he still has his
When-
macarons. So you see
Sweet.
some crumbs where maybe some field mice may have, before getting to work, may have snuck a snack.
Borky just breathes in deep.
As you guys dig through your stuff, you make an account of the things that you have. Only those two things are missing.
The
Gotcha.
fucking doll is gone.
Everybody roll perception checks again.
My macaroons are gone.
Wait, where was Taurus in all this? Were the mice carrying him away too?
I was hugging.
He was on top of Borky, and Borky and him were being carried.
Fucking these mice!
There were a lot of them.
That is a lot of mice. Ooh, there we go.
Gaijin, as you watch your companions dig through their things, you look up and you see that elven woman currently perched in a tree looking down at the four of you, tilting her head side to side, almost like an owl itself.
I just look up and I say, "She's back!" It just points straight up.
Panic looks up.
You see, staring now in the dark of night, her once pearlescent eyes now glow through the moonlight, bright yellow and orange, like the
Explain-
reflection of a dog's eyes.
I'm actually gonna try something. I'm going to try and mimic like a bear roar to try and get her attention one way or another, either to get her to flee or to come back down, just to get some kind of reaction from her.
Okay, do a performance check. Nice. It's a very convincing roar. She's unfazed by it. She kind of looks at you quizzically, and she's like tilting her head side to side and kind of scanning you all over. Her movement is somewhat unnatural for a humanoid, but given the current position she's in, perched on this tree, it's almost as if she's in an animal form, but not. And you see, creeping out from under her robe, she pulls out the doll.
That don't
And in a-
belong to you.
That's ours.
I'm gonna make a dart attempt. Or is she more than 60 feet away?
Nope, she's pretty close. Okay, it doesn't hit.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
no, it does hit. It does hit.
Okay, I was about to say.
You hit her in the shoulder, and she pulls out the dart, and she just drops it out of the tree, and you can see where you hit her is now red crimson staining her white robe.
Son of a...
And she looks down and she goes, "You are very quick to strike that which has not stricken you."
Borky backhands Greckles.
Okay. Hit me. Make that attack roll, sucker.
anyway while these two chuckle nuts are going at it, because unfortunately a lot of things in these woods made it attempt that if we don't strike first, we get screwed. So what do you want?
It's not what I want. It's what you are here for. And she throws the doll down to you, Task.
Catch.
You've
here for-
seen it.
We're here for Ron Fault.
You can see now as you say the name, her back arches, and you can almost swear her hair rises on her head like the plumage of a bird. And she goes, "You've learned its name."
First and foremost, we are here for the girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is unconscious now.
How do you know this?
I saw them come through, like I saw him leave. He clutches in his hand that of a human child. She does not move. She does not respond. I got close to see if she were dead, but she's not. Stricken with fever. The elements have harmed her, to say the least. Rain, sun. It does not look as if she's eaten for a long time.
Crap. Do you know which
And
way it went?
I know exactly where it is going.
Where?
Tell us.
It is going back to its kingdom. To the thing that fell from the sky 1,000 years ago, almost destroying a mother tree that I tend to.
I have a well, here's the thing. It may all be well and good to find this thing, but last time we faced Ronfall, we barely even scratched the surface on him. How do we even get to him?
I do not know. But, and she pulls out from her robe the scroll of Speak with Dead. I know someone who might follow, and she transforms again and takes off westward.
She's been really nice for someone we've shot twice.
Shut up and follow her.
Alright, fair enough.
I'll hit those treetops again.
All right, as you guys travel through the night, the animals that you've seen, the hedgehogs, the foxes, the various owls, make on each side of a treasure trove of different trees, are almost making like an alleyway out of glowing eyes.
Oh, God.
And it's that alley that is guiding you through the woods. I want everybody to roll perception. Greckles, I want you to roll it with disadvantage because it's dark.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's persuasion shit. Sorry.
No, I don't see nothing.
No.
Okay.
Roll high, Bork. Oh.
Gaijin, you can't see shit. It's dark. Task and Borky, you are currently weirded out by the fact that you're being stared at by a lot of woodland critters. It's
I would be, yes.
It's very weird. They're kind of like looking at you, like kind of like a sentry, like slowly turning your head as they walk by. As the sun begins to rise in the sky, at this point you've walked for a long time, and the animals begin to kind of move on their own. Panic, you notice two things. First of all, you now see very large footprints and trees sundered by something large. And in the far distance, you see a large, just absolutely colossal tree reaching up into the sky with a canopy of branches and leaves that you now realize is what's making this forest so large. Not individual trees by itself, but this actual tree is completely encased this area. Across from that, you see something even larger, a structure made out of polished white stone. And at first you thought it was the silhouette of a mountain, but before that you see that it is a carved stone structure that reaches almost touching the sky beyond the tree itself. And at the peak of it, you see reflecting from the morning sun, the reflection of a large crystal set on top.
Okay, so real fast, I need you to repeat one aspect of this. So, like, there's a giant tree. Now, across from the giant tree is a castle, like structure, correct? Or is it in the tree?
A large castle-like structure. It's a fair distance from it. In fact,
okay. Well, let's say we're staring right at the tree. We're heading towards it. Where is it in conjunction to that?
If you're looking at the tree, it's to your left, and if you just pan your head over to the right, you see the structure almost right there.
Okay, so the tree is on the left, the building's on the right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And it is absolutely colossal. It is huge. It is almost as big as Alabast.
Almost the size.
Might have
of
been the old giant kingdom.
I assume this is what she meant by back to its home.
That's a big house.
It is.
Well, she
indeed.
did make mention she would know of someone who could help us. The question is, do we trust her?
I say
Well,
it's
you-
the only thing we've got to go on now.
It's true.
and unfortunately, we have no way of knowing how to actually combat this thing. An arrow didn't pierce it, so I'm guessing conventional weaponry is out of the way.
Oh no, I've never swung my axe into it yet. Hard to walk when you don't got a leg.
As you guys break out through the what small trees make up the forest you're currently walking in, the animals have all but scattered back into the wood as the morning sun has risen into the sky, bringing back the light to the forest. You guys reach the edge of the forest, and you find yourself now near the base of the trunk of this giant tree.
Has the woman disappeared?
You don't know where she went. She went
Okay.
westward, and the animals have guided you so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're closer to the tree, right?
That's
You
a
are
big-
right at the trunk. The current route is where you're standing at, but it goes on for miles. It's absolutely huge.
Borky says out loud.
Oh, it's so big. Can you imagine if we set it on fire, how big the fire'd be?
Porky, shut
Oh,
up!
I'm not gonna do it, I'm just saying it'd be big. Come on, man.
So you brought
Alright.
us here, and it seems like our interests align. So where's this one that can help us? Task screams out.
You hear a as a eagle comes out and transforms back into the woman, and she lands on her feet. She's closer to you now, and now that she's closer to you, another fact about her strikes you. This is an old elf, and
Oh.
elves live a long time.
Oh boy.
And she looks at you, and she goes, "Yes, our goals, they are aligned. I care for this forest, and I wish not for things to come in and out of it." And she kind of gives you Greckles, specifically a very dagger-esque kind of glare.
Nature's cruel. We were just defending ourselves.
Oh yes, it can be.
Let's
And-
keep the
Borky,
interests
Borky,
aligned.
Borky leans down.
She's gonna hit you when you least expect it, like I am.
We will leave the forest.
I
to you,
understand
under your
lot.
protection as soon as we have accomplished our goal.
Yes,
We
I know what
must save that girl.
I agree.
yes, and I want it to be so. The humans who have settled on this part of the world, they've respected my boundaries. They do not tread into my forests. But with Ronfolt now walking again, well, I fear that he would lead more people into here. Perhaps they would think to purge this entire area. I will help you in what way I can.
What do you mean again? When did this happen?
About 1,200 years ago, that, and she lifts a hand and points towards the large castle-like structure in the distance, that fell from the sky.
The whole building intact.
Yes, it was not destroyed, and nothing around it grows, and nothing around it dies. The stone never ages, never is weathered by rain or sun.
Have you gone inside?
I did, and it was a mistake. I saw him there, standing, no, resting, sitting, hand on his blade at wait, as if waiting for a command.
Well, an otherworldly giant comes crashing down into the forest. Oh boy, this will be fun.
Did you
It
ask him
wasn't
to
the
leave?
first one.
There's
I did
more.
not speak to it. I left. And yes, there was one other. 200 years before that, one fell from the sky. He was wounded. I could not heal him. I was not skilled enough at the time to do so. Follow me. And she begins walking up the root of the large mother tree, which at this distance you have to crane your neck all the way back up to just get a look at. It is a large, sort of fawny brown trunk that's just absolutely colossal. It's massive. There are different sprays of vines crawling up the side. You see birds nesting in the curled pieces of the bark. And she leads you around, and as you walk, you notice Greckles and Panic. You're getting some deja vu. You're noticing now those stones that you saw with Ozzy. There are a few sprinkled here and there.
I chime in. Excuse me for a minute.
Yes? She keeps walking. She doesn't turn and look at you. She just keeps walking forward.
This isn't the first time we've seen these runes or these stone. 3 towns back, the same images appear. Runes carved in stone, some aging in different lengths of time.
There are some like that here. They fell before that fell. She juts her head towards the castle. And she leads you on, and as you turn the corner, you see embedded, like stuck in the tree, a large skeleton. Huge, massive, 10, 12 feet tall.
Whoa.
It seems as though the mother tree has grown over it. Its head currently facing downward, large. You see what used to be a warrior's helmet planted on its head. A sword is resting, currently eaten over by the root of one of the roots of the mother tree. And the druid woman pulls out the scroll and she throws it to you, Panic.
Panic catches it.
Oh, this ought to be interesting.
That's a big skelly.
Likely another giant.
Oh man, they're big.
Well, Panic, I guess the floor is yours as always.
So I'm going to give you the details of this spell so you know what you can do here. Okay?
All right.
How big? Real quick, how big is the sword I'm seeing right now?
It's about the same size as the one you saw Ron Fault carrying.
So bigger than what Borky could use, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It's too huge.
Okay.
It's almost like a couple
Probably
feet bigger than.
Titanic or colossal?
Oh, like
We're talking like 6 feet.
no, we're talking like probably 8 feet.
Oh,
10
God.
10 feet
Fuck
tall.
me.
It is a like cloud strife large sword.
Okay,
like,
but
it
like,
is
but
really,
like,
really
but
big.
like, but would Borky think that? Okay,
Or you
okay.
could try and probably pull
No,
us back
well,
again.
we're gonna wait till we're talking to the ghost. We're gonna.
All right.
Go for it.
So, I believe I'm trying to find. I had the spell saved, but it's not working. I believe you get to ask it 5 questions.
Oh man. Ooh. Okay. Can we talk amongst ourselves in character to ask it the right questions?
I think that's fine.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, I don't want to waste these questions. What should we do? What should I ask it?
I would
First
s-
and sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
First and foremost, we should ask, how do we damage it?
We should also ask what this thing is.
What is it? How do we kill it? Where did it come from?
Can it be reasoned with?
Can it be reasoned with? And can I have that sword? Those are the 5 important questions we did ask it. I think we're all in agreement
Well,
on
obviously we know that it's being controlled by someone else, so we don't need to necessarily know where it came from.
Who brought
But
it
we
back?
do need. That is a good question.
that. Okay.
So,
And like what the make of the sword is, and if it's balanced properly. Just important questions.
Or-
yeah.
Borky, unfortunately, the sword questions might have to be pushed back a little bit.
Or just as long
I'll
as
tell
they
you
make-
what, though.
Yeah.
If you play nice and let us ask the questions, we'll go back into town. ask Ozzy for another commune with dead, and you can trek all the way back here and ask your questions.
It's a long walk. Let's just see if we can fit mine in. It's fine. I'll play cool. Play cool.
Panic,
So-
you have the floor.
Very well. So just to recap, what is this thing? How do we damage it? Where did it come from?
And probably asking who we're speaking to, just for some context.
Yeah.
I'll lead with that.
Yeah, lead with that. And also, I think the last one was ask who's controlling it. How did it come back?
All right. And Panic unravels the scroll and activates it.
All right, the scroll disappears, and there's a moment of silence for a while. And there's a calm, quiet silence. And then you notice the skeleton begin to shift and move, trapped in the tree. But you hear Panic, the rise and fall of breath. And slowly the head turns to look at you. And you see, and no one else sees this Panic, you see now filling the skeletal form is this incorporeal blue essence, ghostly and transparent. And it looks to you, awaiting.
Who are you?
I am Von Ren, giant king of the eastern sky. I fell to combat by Ron Fault.
Can you say his name again? Actually, Van Ren, you said.
Van Ren.
Van Ren.
The Van Ren, the Sky King, you said.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
And the next one was, what is Ronfault, right? Yellow.
No, we're sorry. We're jotting notes really quick.
Oh, sorry.
This is really neat. This is really neat.
We were gonna ask. We know what Ronfault is, but we're trying to figure out how to hurt it. Who's controlling it? What were the other two, Zito?
Can he be reasoned with?
Okay.
And who's controlling it? And who brought it? And who brought Ronfault back?
Well, you might not know that because he's been kind of dead.
Yeah, so then we'll keep that last one as a random shot.
Okay. So, keep who's controlling it to
At the end.
All right.
Yeah, that might change.
Yeah, that might.
How just ask how might we stop Ronfault, because that might be the next good transition, because we know that Ronfault killed him, so it's like, how do we kill him back?
How do we defeat Ronfault?
You guys watch as the skeleton head bobs up and down in a pseudo laughter.
Oh yeah, metal.
You cannot kill Ronfault anymore. His body, you cut off a limb, and that thing feeds him a new one. Takes that which Ronfault has earned by combat, and fuels him to be stronger. Keeps his kingdom alive. Keeps his name alive. He cannot die in legend or in body. That was the deal that he struck.
Panic turns to his gang. We have no information.
Ask him about the sword.
Sorry.
Do they hear this, or is it just
No,
me?
it's
Just
just
you.
you.
No, it's just you. You gotta bring this back to us.
All right, so
Yeah, we'll play the game that he's relaying it back to you guys.
Panic turns to the rest of the group and says, "Well, it appears that Ronfault cannot be harmed by conventional means. It harvests body parts, from what I've gathered, and uses those as replacements for when its own is injured.
The skeleton laughs again as you say this to your companions. That would be too simple. That is
Well,
not what feeds him.
I have
Ask
to
what
put,
feeds him.
I have to put it like that. They don't understand.
I just happen to be here, you know.
So
Seriously, just what feeds him?
what feeds him?
Thousands of years ago, our king feared his name would turn to dust with time. His kingdom would turn to nothing more than ashes and ruin. He struck a deal with something, a being by the name of Stillhavid.
Whoa, Stillhavid?
The creature is what feeds Ronfault, but what feeds the creature is two things.
Okay.
The first,
Nadine. Stillhavid was the name?
Stillhavid.
Okay, can you say that again, please? Like, it's
Stillhavity.
Okay.
Stillhavity.
My God, that's exactly how I spelled it. Sorry, I thought I was completely mishearing that. Sorry, go on. I did not mean to cut you off.
That is what feeds Ronfault, but what feeds it is two things. The first is the head of a duelist who would not surrender, proud kings who would fight to their very last breath. To fight with that which cannot die would end in tiredness and a beheading. Their heads would decorate the pikes that surround the altar to Stillhavity. And if that does not fuel him, those that duel the king, who the king challenges without word, well then he would take their most prized possessions, their most beloved things, and lay it upon a horde that feeds Stillhavity's altar, his demon's leash.
Shit.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Fuck. So Ronfald went to this thing just to get itself some legacy. And whatever this thing is feeds on that legacy.
And they
Seems like it.
And so he successfully dueled that guy, took the most precious thing from him for the ceremony, which was his
kid. And it was the sword of the entire town from before.
Exactly, and the fucking head of the duelist.
But the thing about that is that the head of the duelist is really specific. What if Stillhavid needs?
That's the paladin, though. The paladin.
No, I know it's the paladin. But at the same time, that's very specific. To take the head of something that was a sacrificial thing, of something that has pride and honor in it, what would feed off that?
Something corporeal, nothing physical.
Well, we already know it's other demons, so it's very, very likely we're dealing with devils.
A demon's leash.
Making pacts and such. That's devil work.
Yeah, if it was a demon, this is way too organized for it just to be a demon.
Now, quick thing. Now that this whole castle and this guy, they all fell from the sky, correct? Like I heard that stuff properly at the beginning of this, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. There's also I'm just gonna write Skyland ? Real fast here in my notes.
What sounds like may have happened is that there was this big giant war, and Ronfault would not die in order to protect his legacy, and in order to, I suppose, take out Van Ren and anyone else in his way, he just sold his soul for power, and it all just came literally crumbling down.
And they crashed down here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Which would also make sense as to why those runes are still active, and necrotic, and demonic.
All right, so then we can't destroy Ronfault. How do we take the fight to Stillhavid?
That would be a good question.
I have something I'll do in character actually about that.
All right. So after Panic relays all that information, he turns back to the group. Knowing this, do I ask him how to find Stillhavity.
How to destroy Stillhavity.
How to defeat Stillhavity.
How to stop Stillhavity's
Yeah.
ceremony.
I think
I'm sorry. I'm not in character. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be able to say that. I apologize.
we know the creature's name. Now knowing how to defeat Stillhavity and where it is would be beneficial. That would be our last two questions, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the information we have gathered, we could afford to lose those two questions.
Then let's take those two questions then.
Wait,
Oh, what?
should we ask where Stillhavity is and then how to defeat him?
That's
I'm
what
not
I
sure.
meant. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure he would know.
Well, then how do we defeat would be the first one, and then if we could find that would if he can't. I would assume that he would honor the bargain of if he doesn't know, we can still keep the question.
Plus, if he knows about Stillhavity, there would be a good chance that he would know where he is.
Fair enough. And turns back to Von Ren. How do we stop Stillhavity?
You cannot stop his deal. He came to our kingdom. A man looking much like yourself walked in and offered the deal. And the moment it was struck, he disappeared. He boasted himself the son of Girasil, and as such, more than likely returned to that realm. Everybody roll knowledge religion. Or actually, no, just panic roll knowledge religion.
Yes.
Nice. You know this god. Boy, do you know this god. Especially as a bard, a person who's been into like houses of splendor and things like that. Girasil is the evil god of greed.
Oh,
Girasil?
yeah.
How do you spell that? Girasil?
Girasil.
Girsal.
Girasil, god of greed.
Okay,
Just keep
And
going.
Okay, real fast.
Stillhavity is the son of Girasil.
Oh god.
Fuck's sake.
So it's a Girasal?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my
The
god.
god of greed.
We're attempting to fight his son.
Well, at least a version of his son. God's son.
Girasil is the god of greed, though, right?
Yeah.
And
God
Stillhavity is his kid.
of greed, father of Stillhavity.
Level 1 quest, everybody. Level 1.
Right? Go fight the spawn of a god.
All right, I roll my new character. His name is Alucard. He has 2 guns and they +8 to killing every bitch in his way.
You have one more question.
Oh
Do we still want to find out where he is, given that we're fighting a
I mean,
demigod at
He's
least?
pretty.
Wait.
I mean, it's pretty obvious where he is.
Borky just gestures over his shoulder at the castle.
Fuck. Wait. No. We may not want this then. This may not be good for us.
To
I
specify, you may have missed it, but he said he went back to his realm.
Yeah, he went back
Yeah,
to
so
his
he's up
realm.
there.
Mm.
After
Okay,
the deal
So we
was
know where
struck.
he is.
So we're not gonna be able to take the fight to him, and we're not gonna be able to stop this. So maybe the idea of is there a way that we can bargain or have diplomatic relationships
Actually-
with Ronfault? Some way to tie this away from him. Some way that we can prove
What?
that legacy can come to him if we just get everything back.
Can I mention something? I have an idea. No,
So you
he said that he needs the girl, the head, and the sword to do the thingy, right? That makes him more powerful and whatnot, right? Am I right on that?
Borky's asking everybody.
it
Yeah.
the
What
head
if
is the
we-
head and the treasures, I believe, are used for some sort of ritual, some sort of
What if we stopped him?
pact.
What if we take the girl? It won't work.
He'll just come back and get us. He'll just
What?
return. This
But hear me out, all right? If he doesn't get the magic, if the magic don't work, he's not immortal anymore.
Task, he may have a point. This is what I've been thinking.
we've seen his name all over the place, and we've seen necrotic bindings of it. If we were to destroy his legacy in the corporeal world, would it be possible that it would weaken him, if not destroy him? We can't fight him head on.
My question is if we can replace, would it be enough to disrupt the ritual if we just replace something with something he finds high in value and thinks it's useless, holds out the lettuce?
That's the magic.
We would have to find him and then somehow weasel in the item into wherever it is he has everything else stashed.
May I interject? The elf looks at all of you.
Please do.
Perhaps the fight isn't to be taken to the man, but that which fuels him. I saw when I looked inside of his keep a forge of demon fire resting in the middle of a sea of gold.
Take the fire, huh?
Perhaps.
Unfortunate.
How does one take fire?
Well,
perhaps not the fire, but what holds it.
What holds it? I'm lost. Can someone explain to me?
Probably a torch or something of the sort. But
if you recall, Van Ren mentioned that there's an altar.
Would destroying be just as good as taking?
I don't know. This is beyond my knowledge. I know that of the woods and mild arcane practice, and what I saw. How you cull this evil is, well, up to you.
So we have one more question.
Where do we find the altar?
Where do we find this altar?
It rests in the middle of his unfallen kingdom, surrounded by what fuels it. And every time he slew one of us, took our thrones, took our crowns, he would return there like a bird to its nest and stay at watch until the next year rang, so he could continue the cycle over and over again until there was nothing left.
All right, boys, so we're infiltrating a Sky King's castle and breaking his shit.
Dibs on breaking his shit.
As you ask the final question, you hear the breathiness in the back of your mind, Panic, disappear, and the incorporeal blue fades. And as you watch this happen, and as the head lulls back, you hear a click as the jaw clack, 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 falls off.
Rest well, Van Ren, giant king of the eastern sky. You have earned it.
Well, did he point out where we have to go?
I think it's the castle, mate.
The castle right next to us, or there's a second castle. Do you happen to, looks to the elf, do you happen to know where it is?
There's just this castle. The rest that has fallen from the sky has reduced to this, and she points towards one of the stone that is rubble.
So
what I'm afraid of now is walking into this thing means that we could just be walking straight into some kind of otherworldly bullshit.
Perhaps I can aid you more so. In return for a favor, perhaps. What's that favor? I am growing old, and I've lived for a very long time.
Oh, don't say that. You look quite fetching, actually, I'd argue.
Roll charisma, dude.
I'm gonna let you have that, actually. She laughs, and she doesn't look like she's laughed in a very long time, and she looks rather pleased with you. She turns back and she goes, I've heard of people coming from a large city known as Alavast.
Aye.
I've also met a druid from there named Lily.
Yes! She the best.
Aye.
Oh, the one you mentioned.
She assisted us, and we assisted her in getting rid of something that plagued the green.
There's some bugs.
The animals appreciate your good work. I am growing old, regardless of what fine compliments you pay me. I will need a replacement soon to cover this wood. Lily spoke to me of a guild that yields many new blossoming druids. If you could send word, perhaps, send one who you think would be adequate for taking over the mother tree and this place. I will aid you today with a very powerful spell that costs a significant amount of money.
If we don't, if we don't end up dying on this mission, I assure you, one of us will be able to give word.
I'd be more than happy to
If
talk
you
to my
die-
friend.
If you die, then my favor would mean nothing, and you would owe me nothing.
Well, that's why we have the confidence to take on this crazy mission in the first place.
It wasn't crazy when we signed up. It was go get what was stolen, and now we're fighting a piece of stone. This is weird.
We'll accept your assistance in what you ask for.
Yeah.
Good.
Wait, 1 second, guys.
On one
Guys,
condition.
pause.
Yeah.
The audio crashed.
What?
Audio crashed.
Oh no!
Can you guys hear okay? The chat? Sorry, I just noticed the chat. Is it back? Okay, it like stroked out for a second apparently. Sorry, Nadine, continue on.
Oh, we're good? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
She looks and she goes, I will do this on one additional condition.
Task raises his eyebrow a little bit. Very well. What is it?
It is only that thing and the forge that burns within there, that lives within that place. Before that thing can complete its ritual, before that child is fed to that furnace, you will fight it today with the aid of my spell.
Guys, real fast, pause. Sorry, the chat's freaking out. Like, guys, we're gonna have to pause here real fast. I can't get heads or tails. Is the audio working or not, chat? Like, cause I can't tell what's going on.
Some say it's fine. A lot of some people are saying that it's buffering, which is not our end.
Okay, this is
It's
okay,
fine
this
on
is-
my end.
It's fine on my end.
Okay, I'm not having any issue here.
Mm-mm. Guys, if you're having issues, just refresh.
If refresh doesn't fix it, then it might be an overall issue. But if refresh fixes it, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying that it's fine, so it's not our side.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
I do
everyone
apologize.
says it's fine now.
All right.
It's all good. Make sure they
Okay.
can hear the crazy shenanigans that are going on. She looks at you and she says, you would have to finish quelling this evil today.
Easily done.
Very well.
Excellent.
I say that's the best chance we've got.
Then let us eat on it. And she reaches into her robe and she pulls out a pristine crystal bowl.
Ooh.
And she casts Hero's Feast.
Oh shit!
Oh, what?
That costs like 1,000 gold.
Fuck
So
me.
what does it do?
What is
All
Hero's
right,
Feast do?
everybody. This is what Hero's Feast does. A creature that partakes in the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 22 hours.
Whoa, okay,
Fuck
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Damn,
so,
2d10 HP.
2D. What? Woo! What? That's really good.
So do we need to individually roll for that?
Everybody rolled 2d10.
This is a 6th level
actually-
druid spell.
Sorry, I actually have to roll the 2d10.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah,
here we go.
This is a high level druid spell.
Fucking.
She is very high level.
She really wants us
Also,
to get rid of that.
Also, while we're feasting and while you're rolling, I'd just like to point out we broke 1,000 viewers.
Yay!
You did? At the beginning of the stream?
Holy cow!
1006.
Hey guys.
Well, this is
Wow.
the best time to break it.
Thank you so much. Everyone, thank you so much for supporting the stream.
Yep, and we are currently the #1 D&D stream on Twitch right now.
What? That's crazy.
Well, that makes that really easy. Everybody, you gain 10 hit points.
Yeah!
All right.
Everybody-
21.
Add 10 to your hit points.
Oh,
I got
shit.
And you
One-
were healed up
nice.
completely from last night's rest,
Yeah,
so...
I got- Wait.
Yep.
So,
Make